within my first week, to be quite honest, I didn't know if I'd last because, as you know, asphalt doesn't smell like Chanel No. 5, and it's very, very hot, 360 degrees. So I was a little nervous if I was going to be able to make it. But within 2 weeks, I didn't even notice the smell anymore. The heat didn't bother me. And I actually started loving the job. From there on, I started to labor. Within 6 months, I got my CDL Class A. I also did raking on some of the major paving jobs. But my goal at that time was to be a heavy equipment operator. So I wanted to run the backhoe, all the rollers, Then I decided I was going to go for the asphalt paving crew chief because I filled in a few times for my boss. So I was up there for a couple of years, got a lot of great experience, kind of ran a small spot repair program that I went around the city, and like in some neighborhoods, I would assess what streets needed repair and how much the repair would be. In 2018, I applied and interviewed for an out-of-class asphalt paving manager, and I was fortunate to get that. So now I oversee all the asphalt paving crews and all the heavy equipment crews. 3 crew chiefs that work under me, 2 run paving crews and 1 runs our heavy equipment. And then it's about 55 employees under them. The beauty of it is everybody that I manage, I've actually held their job. So there's not many people who can say that. And I'm pretty big on mentoring because when I made operator, I had a lot of help from people. I always want to pay it forward. There's a few I help, study and get their CDLs. And there's others that I try to help promote themselves in their own careers. So I do try to pay it forward. I think I wish I would have been more schooled on the asphalt before I came in. But to be quite honest, within my first 2 years, I would say I almost knew everything there was to know about it. I took it upon myself, but my management's very supportive. I mean, I went to classes, anything I wanted to attend that was asphalt driven or equipment. They've been very supportive of, getting me those opportunities. I also went to, it's called it was at Renton Technical College, and it's a trade school, but it has every trade. So it's 6 months, 40 hours a week, which was kind of like the first investment in myself. That helped me at a young age get into the trades. Honestly, it was life-changing for me. I didn't have any skill like that. So for someone to look at me kind of with somewhat of a construction background, I wouldn't have had that without attending the new program. Well, I knew the one thing I wanted to do, my whole goal set was to run heavy equipment. So when I went to a new and I finished the trade school, I got to learn a little bit about equipment. That's when I kind of started applying for different cities around where I live. And then I happened to get the call from the city of Seattle. I went up there, and it's a strength and endurance test when you're in labor. It's literally shoveling a cubic yard of kind of wet sand over a 4-foot piece of plywood, and you have 13 minutes. It was a little intimidating because I saw a few gentlemen fail it. And then I started kind of questioning myself like, oh, wow, maybe I'm not going to be able to do this. Well, I actually did it in 9 minutes. They kind of asked me right away if I was interested, and I'm like, yeah, definitely. And so he gave me his business card, and like a week later, I applied online, and that was the first time, and I got hired. I wasn't going to be intimidated by these men I saw that were failing. I'm gonna still go up there and give it my best shot. I feel like you're a certain person for the construction industry. And then on top of that, for the asphalt industry, it's a trade, right? It's one of those rare things. Either it's something you grow to love or it's not for you. A lot of it is your work ethics, and, that just kind of promotes yourself as part of the team. But I think they're open to teaching women some of these skills too. I think it's more on the women's side feeling so intimidated to not fit in. But I know for the city, it's always welcoming. Whatever anyone here can do to help, recruit and promote, it's being done. I'm an alumni with the new. I have gone back and spoke as an alumni to classrooms of young women and shared my story and how I went to school there and graduated and the road I took. So I'm always trying to give back and inspire and recruit.